Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. Mm, 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 mm. You know, listen, you read the title right. I'm just waiting for the link to populate so that we can get the notification out to the text notification squad because this story just keeps getting sadder and sadder. As you see on the right over here, as you see, oh my goodness, you know where our tax dollars done went. Mm, mm, mm. You know, I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. But I want to give a special shout out to the knockout that alerted me of this. I didn't even believe it until I looked it up myself. Oh my word. Oh my word. Oh my word. Listen. You know, this just goes to show you a lot of these people perpetrating the fraud online. They are trying to pretend as if they live in a life that they just not living. Listen, listen, listen. We got receipts. You know, the numbers on YouTube are really low. Go ahead and share, tag somebody, post this in the groups that you're talking about this in because we have a shocking, shocking new development. Shocking. As you see the title. The man is paying for Punani with PPP loans. Oh my God. Oh my, what is going on here? What is going on? What's going on? What is happening right now? What is happening? What is happening? Listen, Marquis says he or she is done with this. Well, it ain't done with you, Kesey. Get your butt back in here. Get it in a chair because we're about to send out the notifications for the tech squad as well as the people who are getting the free notifications on Telegram. Because I wouldn't have believed this if I didn't see it myself. This right here is a boondoggle. It's a boondoggle because you know he's going around making all of this. Shark is in the building. Look, let me send this out. Send. Okay, the text has gone out. Let me thank you. A few more people have joined since the last broadcast. I appreciate you all supporting. There are 813 people on the text notification squad now. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Look, let's get this link there. It is sent out. And there, sent out. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and get live on these. Listen, let's get live on these platforms so that I can show you all the receipts that I have. You know, because this is a lot here. This is a lot. I would have never believed this. Listen, let's go ahead and get live. Let's go ahead and get live. Listen. All right. We are live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. And of course, you know we are live on YouTube. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. Oh my goodness. On this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable lessons for what self-love looks like in your own life. And the Passport Bros have been taking L after L after L. This past week, when Auston Holleman, one of the leaders of the Passport Bro movement, was chased out of Brazil by some feminists who did not like the way he was coming over, preying on their pretty princesses over there. They was not down for that get down. They threatened him. They made his stay uncomfortable, and he ran from there for his life to Thailand. In the last video, we showed you how his submissive Thai sweetie had been slapping him up at the restaurant. Now, oh my goodness, now, oh now, it has been revealed that the man has. So let's go back. I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a trained life coach. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. And the Passport Bros are a movement of Black men who say that they're going overseas looking for submissive women that they want to marry, right? They say, oh, you women here too masculine, too feminist, you too this, you too that. Let's just go over and look at Auston Holleman, because when I was looking him up, right? When I was looking him up, I I saw, look, I just want you to see what it is that I saw. When I was looking for an image to use for the thumbnail, I saw um the business interviews. I saw um you're not masculine enough. Um I saw some stuff talking about women. Oh my goodness, this is different than the thing that I saw on my on my phone. But basically, he has a bunch of videos talking about how to get women, how to be being in your purpose as a man doesn't get women, talking about how women like fame and money and not this, that, and the other. And he's giving advice to men, pretending as if he's a high value man. As you see, he's inside some of these photographs posing with some suit on that, and you see he looks like these look like school steps. So this is probably some little suit his mama done got him for the graduation, right? And so now he done went and did a few little, you're not masculine enough, the truth, this, that, and the other. Oh, so he's going on. He had all of these videos. Let's see. Let's go to the video section, because that the now that the thing has been exposed, oh my Lord, you know what? I don't want to go over to his YouTube channel because he started deleting videos when things started blowing up on him. But he basically had a bunch of videos over there talking about how easy these women are. Let me see if I can find some of these titles for you all. Let me see if I could just find a little bit for you all so that you all can see what it is that I'm talking about, right? Because he was trying to posit as if he was this. So this is a video. I mean, this is a link. This is an image where he's like, stop. Help other brothers have success overseas by liking and following the Facebook page. He's with this guy that's name was Floyd. He's like, Floyd did it. Can you do it too? So now he's trying to start some business from trying to make it seem as if while he's overseas, he's doing all of these great things, right? Here's one of his videos right here. Look at the title. Are women in Brazil just easy? So he's not even appreciating what it is he's getting over there. Why American men should date Brazilian women. And he's talking about, he's using them as a monolith. Get your passports and deal with women that understand men. So he's talking about they understand him. I don't know if that girl that was slapping him up understood him. Well, maybe she did understand him, and that's why she was slapping him up. Maybe that's why she was slapping the man. So there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. Look, you don't have to believe me. Just go to PPP lookup. You just look it up yourself. But what I'm going to show you is he had a GoFundMe page, right? He had a GoFundMe page, right? He was trying to raise $70,000. On his GoFundMe page, he says, "Hello, as promised," right? Let me scroll up so I can read the whole thing. As promised, I would travel the world, show you your options, teach you about visas, remote income, really, street walking vlogs, interviews, and much, much more to inform my audience about life as a digital nomad/expert. I cannot do it without your support. When my goal is reached, I will quit my job as a full-time barber to travel the globe. We need $20 from 3,500 followers. Thanks for all your consideration and support. So that's what he was asking for. He was asking for this money. He wanted to raise $70,000, but look at here, look at here. Just look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. PPP loan, Auston Holleman. Listen, he got 2 loans. I'm going to show you another page because I looked this up on several different databases. I'm going to tell you where you can go to look it up as well. ProPublica was trying to keep everyone honest, so ProPublica.org, right? They created a database of every company that got PPP loans. So when you search for Auston Holleman, you got to make sure you're spelling his name right. Lots of people are misspelling it. You'll see that there's a recipient, Auston Holleman in Dallas, Texas, another Auston Holleman in Dallas, Texas, and then an Auston in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. We don't know who that is, but here, February 22nd, 2021, and May 2nd, 2020, Auston Holleman. You see the loan amounts over here? The loan amount was $9,487. He never paid back this loan. He had his loan forgiven with the accrued interest. The amount that was forgiven was $9,563. He paid back nothing. He says he was a barber, that he needed this money for his barber shop because that was his payroll. He claimed that that was his payroll, and so he received the amount that he had applied for his payroll. Because remember, during the pandemic, people were getting PPP loans to be able to stay in business. He says that, and so it says here that I think you were supposed to be able to get 3 months worth of payroll or something along those lines. I personally did not apply for a PPP, even though I am in business and I've been in business for many years. I didn't apply for the PPP loan because I am abundant. I'm abundant, and I wanted other people who needed it to get the PPP loan. But now I see there was a bunch of people that was just gaming the system. So here, it says here that his utilities were $1. So a barber with $1 worth of utilities, right? I don't know what's going on. So then he applied for the PPP loan. This is May 2020, the date that it was approved. Auston Holleman. You see, I'm showing you the receipts. I don't think you all hear me. I don't think you all hear me. You don't hear me. Tag somebody. Look, there's only 400 people on this on YouTube, 65 on Facebook. Tag somebody, share the video, and let them know, because these passport bros are acting as if they're these big high value men. Ladies, black women especially. There's so many of us who have been gaslit about all of these men who have all of this money, and we're just not choosing well, and all that. And then you see them balling out of control. But then you find out that these people had dubious ways in which they got their money. Auston Holleman, this is the PPP loan from 2020. He took out a loan amount of $9,373, amount forgiven $9,451, which includes any accrued interest. He said he was a self-employed individual in Dallas, Texas. He says his payroll was $7,030. He says his utilities were $1,100, and his mortgage interest was, $1,172, and mortgage was $1,172. Healthcare was nothing, rent was nothing. And so that is, he never paid back these loans. So he has $20,000 in PPP loans. He only raised $485 from his GoFundMe. And then the next thing you know, he's traveling, quote unquote, traveling the world, staying 3 months here. He trying to move to Brazil, staying a few months there and here and there, talking about he got 304s in every area code. Remember we did the video, how he was talking about he got girls in all these different countries, right? Just search for his name in my video so that you can catch up on all the videos I did about him, right? So now he got $20,000, and $20,000, how far will that get you in the United States? I don't know. But he decided that he was going to go abroad. He was going to go overseas and live cheaply, get cheap punani, easy girls, and be able to trick and dick and trick and do all of this other stuff overseas. What are your thoughts on this? I seriously want to know and understand your thoughts. Listen, what are your thoughts on this? Because they're going around talking about how these women are so submissive and this, that, and the other. And then it's like we're being tricked and gaslit. How many of you saw the Tinder swindler, how this guy was acting like he was living large? And so these guys, far too many of them going around acting like they're living large, but what's really going on is some madness behind the scenes. We have some apples. I'm going to read the apples and listen. 20,000, yes, $20,000 worth of PPP loans for a barber shop. Why isn't he somewhere cutting hair? Why is he, who are all these people that's on his payroll at the barber shop? Where are they going? Where are they at? He done took look. Is this fraud? Is this fraud? Is the barber shop open? He was talking about quitting his job once he raised the $70,000. But he got $20,000 in PPP loans, and now he's abroad looking for broads. Listen, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. I want to hear your thoughts about this. This just gives me a new perspective on a lot of different things. The stuff that you see on the internet, don't believe what they say, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Listen. I'm going to go ahead and read these apples. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up for this beautiful makeup that I have on today. This is my vegan makeup that I'm wearing. All of it. Well, I have on an additional foundation to just airbrush out my skin. But yes, absolutely. So here. Ariel sends $1 and says, supporting your content. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Nikita sends 888 and said, observing that we're better off without them. Listen, I support the movement, but I want you all to know what's going on behind the scenes. Anita sends 222 and says, thank you for covering this topic with truth. You're welcome. I appreciate that. Aaliyah sends $5. I appreciate that. Then she sends another $1. Then Brianna sends 1111 and says, I hear you, Tonya TKO, XOXO, Patriot 420. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's a lot going on, and I don't know what is happening. You can go ahead and send, listen, I don't know if this is fraud. I'm asking the question, is it? I don't know. But people are going to have to answer for their endeavors. When you out here doing wrong by people, karma has a way of catching up. Look, I'm going to put the links in the description, www.cash.app/$ Tonya And then we have www.paypal.me/Tonya TKO. And then we have the text notification squad, www.tonyatko.com/text. And there we have the links that have been sent out for all platforms. I want to know what your thoughts are on all of this, because it just gives me new perspective. I want to see what you all are saying. And you can go ahead and send your apples through and I'll read them on air. Let's see here. Let's see what you all are saying. Oh my goodness. Thank you for watching the first live stream. I appreciate that live stream. Listen, it's the is it? But look, listen. Black men do the same here in USA. Couch surfing, a virtual barber. How are you gonna be a virtual barber? I want to know how that works. I support the movement too. These quote unquote good men would be in our faces otherwise. It's like, but they don't leave us alone. They're still in our faces. They just, I don't know. They just won't leave us alone. They can't quit us. And I don't know why. Listen, he's in Dallas. There's plenty of his preferences there, but he needs to be able to live cheap. He got to make that 20K stretch. Now he's trying to start a business, trying to create a pipeline of funneling men over into these countries for sex tourism and all types of craziness. Oh my goodness. Listen. A metaverse barber? Oh my goodness. Why are they not letting me get stars? I don't do stars. I only do apples and PayPal. I don't do stars. Facebook pays a penny. They give you a penny for every star. I'm not playing because it has to run through them. I don't play those games with them. I don't let nobody get in between me and my money. Send it straight to PayPal or Cash App. That's all. I don't do super app chat and all of that on here. I don't do that. I only do PayPal and Cash App because YouTube takes 45%. Facebook gives you a penny per star. I'm not playing those games. Even TikTok, please, please. All of these platforms be exploiting content creators. That's why if you really support a content creator, don't funnel through these platforms. Find ways to reach out to them outside of these platforms. Find ways to support them outside of the platforms. Because trust and believe, these platforms are pimping us. And so many of us think that we're doing so well. Oh, I remember when I first started doing Cash Apps, other creators were like, Tonya. But then now they're all doing it because they realize that they're getting, why is YouTube taking, if you give a creator $100, YouTube is taking 45 of it. Why? I said, no, ma'am. No. So I want to see your thoughts. Oh goodness. Jemima says, Tonya, I exposed him in my social media. The most Brazilian women don't know about him, unfortunately. I mean, what can you do? I mean, his face is inside of these articles. People have to want to talk about it. People were talking about Brazilian men standing up for their women. From what it is that I found out, they didn't even stand up. It was women who had to stand up to chase him off. So I'm going to let you all get back to the previous video. I'll check the apples again. A few more have come in. So I'm going to, you can support while I'm off air. Yeah, Facebook is crazy. That's why I don't play these games. I don't play these games with these people. I really don't. I don't play these games. You know, that's why when Christmas time comes around, I sell my earrings. My book is on Amazon. The links to support me are in the description below. And that's that. So, somebody says he's a barber. I believe he got the loan, but instead he buying kitty. Look. Let me go ahead and get these last few apples, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I'm tired. Aaliyah sends $2 and says, "Don't cry again over these bums." Heard. You know, I was emotional earlier. I was emotional because it's just too much. All of this is just too much. It's just too much. Queen sends $1 and says, "Black men put black women down for government checks, but take that PPP stimulus." You know what? That's a good point. They're always talking about black women and welfare when these men were living up inside of the projects in their mother's assisted living place, looking for women who got Section 8. They were getting kicked out because they weren't contributing. Then they're like, oh, the government made you kick out your man. Nobody kicked out anybody whose name was on the deed. And far too many of us black women are sitting by silently getting gaslit. This is why I'm doing this video, to show you what is going on behind the scenes. Like I said, you can look this information up yourself. I thank the knockout who sent this to me. I am the first person that I know of reporting on this. So share the video, get the word out, and start the dialogue about the nonsense that we are seeing and experiencing online. Let's go. Let's go. Tony sends $1 and says they aren't going to get wives just to wreck lives. Exactly. Right now, there's 620 people on YouTube, and there's 44 on Facebook. Facebook is so fugazi. This is what I'm saying. I don't play with these sites. I just continue to do my thing. Middleton sends $10 and says, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Middleton. Nene sends $1.44 of Apple stock. That is what I'm talking about, Nene. You go, girl. I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. Send me some stock. Yes, I love it. All right. So let's see what else we have here. I think that's pretty much it. That was the expose that I wanted to do. April sends $1. I appreciate that. Me, I wake up really early to do yoga. You know, the thing about it is, how you do anything is how you do everything. And the fact that these guys are out here attempting to use and abuse women just let you know the mentality that transfers into all other areas of your life. When you scheme in one area, when you defraud a woman of her body, who won't you defraud? You know what I mean? The defrauding the government is just an easy step from there. I don't even know what to say on that. Listen, I appreciate all of you for coming out. I'm going to catch anything that I didn't get in this broadcast. Oh, there's one more. Sarah sends $5. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And on that note, I'm going to let you all go because this is my third broadcast today. So I know I've done a lot of broadcasts. So I'm going to give you time to catch up on all of those. If you're ever traveling, driving, or whatnot, and you need to listen to my broadcast on podcast, I'm on Spotify, Apple, Google, and iHeartRadio. And I do the videos. You can see the video on Spotify. And we just go from there. All right. So listen, I appreciate all of you for coming out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Type SLL with your self-love lesson and let me know what you have learned from today's video. And Jackson is saying, how do your husbands feel about you spending time talking about this guy? You know, we're talking about self-love lessons, Jackson. And let me tell you something. Do not align yourself with this young man. He is problematic for the passport movement. Don't align yourself. Listen, Goddess says you've been on fire today. Appreciate the content. I appreciate you. Bridget says love your show. Night knockouts. Enjoy your weekend. Support the show. Join the text notification squad. It's $1.99 plus fees, or $4.99 if you're international, or $50 for the year, or $22 for the year if you're here domestic. Yeah, I'm going to bed after this. I gotta wash off my makeup, and I'm tired. Hannah says my husband doesn't mind. You know, listen. SLL, the loudest ones are usually the poorest. Stay away from grifters and PP boys. What else? What are the self-love lessons? Move forward alone, all will follow. Okay. Love your work, Tonya. Okay. Look into the people you have relations with. Stay away from grifters. Move forward alone. Look into the people. Okay. This beat gets me going. Yeah, have a peaceful night, Tonya, and knockout. Yup. All right, listen. You know what? I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. SLL, don't pretend you have it like that. It's them PPP loan. They be like, it's them boys, them passport boys. It's them PPP loan for the PP boys. Keep building your dreams yourself. They want trans proxies. That's what I think. Do not allow broken men to have access to you. They are embarrassing themselves. Listen, a lot is going on. A lot is going on. Let me refresh, make sure I got everything. Man, oh man. The PPP loan is not paid off. The PPP loan was forgiven. You better go to ProPublica and look it up. It was forgiven, never paid back. Never paid back. Listen, try it. I told you where you can go. Try it if you want to. People will come up with all different types of excuses. People try to tell me he never said that he was a sex tourist. And I showed the receipts for all of that. So we're going to keep on exposing, because the self-love lesson here for me is to really just to love yourself regardless of how other people try to drag you down. Happy people do not try to push other people down. Happy people just go off and be happy. There's a reason why they are trying to threaten you with leaving. It's just like them videos that you see. It's like them videos you see of the little kids who are like, I'm running away, mom, I'm leaving. And the mother is like, okay, well, here's your backpack. It was nice knowing you, bye. And then the boy starts walking down the driveway, and then he starts crying and running back, his backpack flapping on his back. And it's like, if you're gonna go, just go. But they're standing up there with props from Amazon talking about your passport. Yeah, but if you could go. It's like, if the getting is better, go get the getting. Go get the getting where the getting is good. Go get the getting while the getting is good. But they stay up here continuing. It's like, if you like XYZ, go like it. But you don't have to talk about how Black women are masculine and this, that, and the other, and loud, and oh, the hair is real. Like I saw, I wish that the same, like when I looked up looking for the when I was looking for his photo, right? When I was looking up his photo on the phone, it showed different photos than are showing up on here. But the photos that came up on my phone were no weaves in Brazil, and going on and on, talking all this mess about women and trying to compare them to Black women and this, that, and the other. Oh, you can't do this with and all of this other stuff. And it's like, okay, if you want to go, just go. Be happy. I support the movement. Go. But why try to drag other women down? Just go and be happy. Live your life. Right? So listen, on that note, I'm going to check the apples one last time. Coffee sends $5 and says, SLL, karma is real. I'll show that right there. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is, part of loving yourself is holding true to your self-love, even in the storm. And the storm will come in many forms. The storm may come as life circumstances. The storm may come as people talking about you. For far too long, we've been silent with all of the lies. The lies that in the 80s, we were on talk shows disparaging them. Half of us were just born in the 80s. Let's keep that real. And then also, they can provide no video evidence of women, Black women, disparaging them. The video evidence that they show are Black women begging Black men to love them and stop leaving them for white women, which has been going on for many a decade. Even our freedom fighter, Frederick Douglass, abused his Black wife and had all of these white mistresses, couldn't wait to get to white vagina. When integration happened, that's when the Black family integration and the Black family destruction. The Black men were already out of the house, out there trying to see where the white women's at. Listen, they were already gone. We listened to the lies. Somebody saw the movie Claudine and then listened to the lies that the Black man was kicked out the house. Ain't nobody was kicked out of no house where your name is on the deed. or the least. You can't be kicked out when you're the leader. If you're kicked out, that shows your ineffectualness. That shows that you wasn't about SHIT. It shows that you were worth less to that household than some government cheese, powdered milk, and peanut butter. Listen to what it is that I'm saying, right? So it's like, come on. We sat silently listening to the lies about how white women were more submissive. Then we see all of these videos of white women accosting them, calling the police on them, slapping them up, stabbing them up, all this other stuff. They ran through the white women, left them with all of these little biracial, fluffy-headed babies. Next thing you know, they done moved over to the Asian women, and the Asian women are like, look, I don't like you fetishizing me. Then they're like, oh, well, all the women in the United States are spoiled. They ruined. So now they're like, oh, we going overseas because the getting is so good over there. Then the feminists ran them out of Brazil. Now they in Thailand getting slapped up by the women. It's like women all over the world are rising up. It's the rise of the feminine now. Gone are the days where women were subjugated. Women were supporting men with their monies. Now women realize, I do not need the status symbol. I told you all. It wasn't until 1966 that women had the ability to open bank accounts without men in this country here alone. But it wasn't until 1974 that the Equal Opportunity Banking Act or something along those lines was passed. And that's when banks started implementing for women to be able to open bank accounts and to be able to get credit cards and stuff like that. Now that women have autonomy and movement, I've showed you video again and again. Join my Instagram page, join my Facebook, not my Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, join my other YouTube page with the clips on it, www.youtube.com. No, that's not how you spell YouTube. youtube.com/at Tonya TKO clips. And look at the short clips. All right? And on that note, I will see you in another video. Your girl is so tired. And that is a good point, Tamika. Instead of healing, they're hopping from one woman to another. I did a show earlier about how men can have better relationships with women, but they didn't want to hear that. They would just want to listen to pick-me's, mammies, other women who coddle them. They talk about how single mothers are ruining these boys. They talk about how single mothers, let me take the things off the screen for this one so that we could talk. They talk about how single mothers are ruining these boys. But these men like to sit up. They like to sit up and get coddled and infantilized by women on the internet. The moment that you tell them that they need to work on themselves internally, get mental health care, and work on themselves on the inside, then they try to take your job from you. Then they try to get you fired. They shut down your pages. Look, if you're following any Black women who talk about Black men on TikTok, just be prepared to look for her on another platform, because TikTok is going to take her page, because these kittens, they cry and whine so much on TikTok. They get Black women's pages shut down every single day because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the messages of being accountable. But look, you know what? Listen, I don't have any full-time job that anybody can get me fired from. I'm free to talk because you all are my sponsors. You sponsor my show with the Cash App, with buying my book, with being a part of the text notification squad. You all are my sponsors. So I'm not held by any corporate strings to blow smoke up anybody's ass. I try to get down to the truth of all matters as objectively as possible. So nonetheless, I did a video earlier today. They didn't want to hear the video. Go watch the video. I began to weep in the video. I was so sad. I began to weep. It's like, because I want us to be able to come together, but men have to do the work on themselves. It can't just be women working on themselves. Men have to have the courage to be like, you know what? Something is not right. My relationships are falling apart. The only common denominator is me. In every single book about success, the men who are successful talk about a leader accepting responsibility. Ask yourself this question, because I did a live on it the other day. If you're not subscribed to my channel, if your friends and family and everybody that you know is not subscribed to my channel, make sure that they're subscribed. Share my videos, because my videos are changing lives. They're changing perspectives. If my videos have touched you and changed your life, type it in the comments below after we get off of the live, so that way it stays on the video. But it's like, I forgot my train of thought now, because I started thinking about people standing around the water cooler having conversations about the topics. Oh yes, I did a live the other day where I asked, what are the things in the manosphere that Black men take accountability for? Because they blame single mothers for this, they blame single mothers for that, they blame Black women for this, they blame Black women, they blame welfare, they blame... Name one thing that they take accountability for. So these passport, I don't know not one thing that Black men in the manosphere have ever said, and I'm not even exaggerating. I have not heard one thing that they have said, you know what? We as a collective need to do better. The neighborhoods are in shambles. The violence is off the meter. We can't even subscribe to any of these platforms that report on the news because every day is a Black man participating in some new derelict act of denigration, some sort of violent, just horrifying assaults and all types of craziness. It's like you can't even be a part of any of these, because it just comes up in your feed every day. New day, new horror. Every 6 hours, according to the FBI, a Black woman is unalive, mainly at the hands of a Black man. So it's like, they're not addressing the true issues in the community. They're not addressing how the great majority of homeless people are male. They're not addressing the mental health issues in the community, the high capital S word that they're doing to themselves. They're not addressing any of these things. They're using platforms of the manosphere to just bash women and talk about getting vagina instead of, and if you are so subjugated in this country and you want to get away, you go to another country, and instead of building, you're burning bridges. You're using people, destroying your reputation and destroying the people you come into contact with. They did that shit in Japan. I lived in Japan, and the Japanese women were new to it, but now they true to it. They used to use these Japanese women, and in their meekness, they would just pass these Japanese women around from man to man in rooms where they could not consent, or where they gave consent for one person, but then all of these niggas just ganged up on them. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. And so they ran through Japan. Now they're going from country to country. Now they're bragging about how you could capital R word a woman in the Philippines and she won't report you. It's like, when are you all going to want to do better as a collective? And then the worst part to me, sorry, it's very dusty in here. Not in here, but on the broadcast. You see the comments. Not only that, right? I lost my train of thought. I forgot what was the last thing I said, because I was thinking about how they're talking about assaulting women. They're talking about just being just derelicts, right? I forgot my train of thought, because I was going to say something. I was going to punctuate it with a point. I was like, not only that, damn, what was I talking about? Damn. I talked about Japan and how they ran through Japan, and the women are now hip to their game. Now they're going from country to country, burning their bridges. And I was going to say something else. Damn. What was the last thing I said? So somebody remind me. Country to country, I'm looking this. Somebody says they're a lost cause. Somebody remind me of the last thing that I said, because I know when I watch the broadcast over, I'm gonna be like, oh, that was my train of thought, but it'll be too late. Male birth control. It had something to do with that. It had something to do with that. It had something. Okay, so they were in Japan running through these women. Now they're talking about going to the Philippines where they can capital R word women without being passing them around, capital R word, BM being accountable. Not only that, damn, I can't. So the Japanese, they brag about R. It's not fun if they, oh. I mentioned them being in the Philippines. Damn. I don't remember. I was talking about Japan and then the Philippines. Japan. Yeah, not building. Damn. Philippines, Thailand, Japan, Brazil. Oh. I already said ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Damn. The worst part. Damn. 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 Ah. I don't remember. I don't remember, but I know that I wanted to talk about how, yes, I remember now. I remember. Thank you. I remember. I remember. Yes, I remember. Yes, thank you. I remember. I was going to say two different things and then I got tripped up on the thought, but I remember, right? To me, the worst part is that in Japan, when they were running through them, these were military men, right? Men who were there to represent our country, right? And the other thought that I had, the worst part about it is that the men who are supposedly in this movement for the right reasons are standing alongside these derelicts instead of denouncing them. To me, that is the worst part because your silence excuses their behavior. Your silence is acquiescence. Your silence is consent for how they're behaving. You standing up and arguing me down shows that you think that this predatory behavior that they're participating in, sullying your name as a black man, you are showing that you feel that this is all right, thereby keeping yourself underneath the same derelict umbrella. Listen. And on that note, let me check the apples one more time. There's a few more that have come in. Let me just grab these real quick. All right. So Tasha says, from a loving sponsor, hey, she sends $10. Thank you. And Brianna sends 1111 and says, thank you, Tonya TKO. Thank you. I appreciate it. So listen, I'm going to let you all go. So I already gave my self-love lesson. And just keep loving yourselves, ladies, because there will be people who try to deteriorate your self-love so that you get desperate enough to give them a chance. Look, you could be quote unquote average at best to one man who wears tight pants and has some childbirthing hips, right? You could be average at best to him, but just find a man who thinks that you're freaking gorgeous and beautiful. Go find him. All right? I love you all. I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO.